Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Veritas back again for the third time tonight. We're gonna start up a different title today, or early this morning. The title is GreedFall. Was suggested, or not really suggested, but a viewer of mine said that she started this one after completing A Plague's Tale. Excuse me, I just have something caught in my throat. I just took a dab a few moments ago, so it's kind of lingering there. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start this up and see what GreedFall is about. I know there's been a few different games that I've played the past week, and now that I completed A Plague Tale Innocence, I'm gonna look for another game that I can play in between whenever I get bored with the others. But I still have to complete ouch. I still have to complete Zombie Army 4, Plants vs. Zombie, Wreckfest, and they're all basically grinding trophies, so you're gonna see those here and there, not as frequent as probably GreedFall or wow, or Mortal Shell. That's gonna be another title I may get into depending on how GreedFall goes today. We're gonna see which one I get into. So if I like GreedFall, I may just continue to play this one throughout the week until Horizon comes out, or I hop back over to Mortal Shell. So enough blabbering, let's jump into this. So I'm new to this game. There's a difficulty setting. Alright, so give me a second. I want to know if there's an extreme trophy. Alright, I'm gonna play it in hard. Cause I just feel like we need to be in that mode. I don't know why they would even put a trophy in extreme, so alright, so I guess this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just play in hard.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Oh, okay, so right here, looks like, I just want to see how bright this is. Alright, looks good. So, we get to choose our appearance in this game. Nice. Obviously, I'm a male. Why did they make Homeboy look like a rat? Damn. I mean, they all don't look. Oh, those are presets. Let's change them. guess, somewhat. Oh, it's long hair? Oh no, it's not long hair. Oh, it's kind of long hair. Well, I always wanted my hair to be red, but I don't think I can pull that. We'll just do that. All right. Pick your starting skill according to your play style. The skill tree is open. You will be able to unlock the skill of other archetypes as you progress. Warrior. This profile focuses on melee combat. Starting skills: one-handed heavy weapons, one-handed blades, firearms. Recommended tributes: strength, endurance. Recommended talents: craftsmanship, vigor. One-handed heavy weapons, one-handed blades, firearms. Technical: controlling the battlefield. Starting skill set: and elemental trap, firearms, one-handed blades. Okay. Accuracy, agility, science, locks picking. And then there's the magic: divine magic ring, stasis, one-handed heavy weapons. Recommended attributes: mental power, willpower. Recommended talents: science, intuition. Alright, I'm gonna go with the warrior. Just because I want to be more involved. I just want to be in there. Let's do that. And tributes. So it says remaining points 1. Increase maximum life and balance. A tribute required to wear the heaviest armor. Okay. Increase the power of melee attacks. Deal damage or take damage. Well, we're playing in hard mode. So let's just play it safe for now. Next step. Give me one second. Alright. Says here, choose the talent in which invest your starting point to progress in your own way as you complete quests and explore the world. So it basically said to do vigor and craftsmanship. Let you pass through certain difficult passages that require balance. Lets you pass. Increase the maximum ammo capacity. Lets you slightly recover HP and magic outside combat. Are you sure you want to create characters? Yes. Let's go.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
I have a master. I thought I was a lord for a second.
I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Alright, we got out of it. Alright, feels a little Yankee. Visible at the top in the center of screen, it indicates important places and active quest objectives, main quest, side quest. Okay. Star is main quest. So L2 is to pull my sword. Tactical pause. Action. Spells. Techniques. Okay, what does a tactical pause mean? I'm probably gonna have to use this in battle somehow. Square, okay. Oh, I just changed weapons. Alright. I wonder if there's gonna be like a... we'll learn how to play as we go.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company. I lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die?
Greetings, Your Excellency.
So I'm a lord to them, but a pet to the other guy, I guess.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
I think I'm like a supervisor or something.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Attack 3 times. Main attack is square. Triangle. That's probably why he didn't attack before. Shit. 2 sign a push in the shortcut. Okay. X and O is to dodge, okay. I'm assuming we have a stamina bar.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons
bro, I
master.
lost.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
I'm not used to this weird button layout. You can assign your skill to one of the circuit groups available. Skill group 1, skill group 2. Yo, this is gonna be hold. I probably should have played this one in normal. So R2. Alright, so we're going to do firearm. Alright. Let's go. This physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Armor absorbs part of the physical damage. To break an enemy's armor, you can use an impact weapon or certain traps. Magic attacks ignore armor. Equip an impact weapon to effectively break armor. I'm getting my butt kicked here. I gotta learn how to play this. get it. Oh. Alright.
It
feel like a
appears we brushed
noob.
up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy you are that he's coming along. Complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilion are joining our party.
We're gonna be
A few
positive.
friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
This game is pretty tough so far. So, no side quest. So you could sneak. There's a lot of buttons.
I've put this off for as long as I can.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child.
Damn, his
Now,
mom looks fucked
be off.
up. like just sitting in the middle of a room. I just did. You can run faster using sprint. Oh, okay. Now I can sprint. The items you pick up are stored in inventory. Equipment tab opens inventory. You have discovered Brocade Quarter. Straight strain away from the main quest here. I always do that though. So, what's this? Changes consumables and other items. This is my old rusted saber. Okay. A worn spiked hammer, the gun. I have my clothes. My item bag. This present was given to you by your mother when you bid her farewell. Fury potion, potion that progressively increases fury over a long period of time. Health potion. Okay. Meet Kurt in front of the palace. There's so much going on. What is all this? The merchant congregation? Mr. de Sarde. There's so much to read here. I'm not going to read all that. Brought up at the court of Prince Orsay and with his son, Constantine, you have benefited from the best tutors and masters of arms, as skilled in combat and as a game of mind. You have also shown early aptitudes for light magic. Your cousin has been more calm and thoughtful than ever, and you have always tried to protect him from annoyance. He has had the power to attract, which has earned you respect of your uncle and probably the appointment as legate. In other words, the senior diplomat on the island of Tierferde. It is with heavy heart that you will have to leave behind your mother, suffering from malachor and close to death, but the opportunity that is offered to you away from the deadly atmosphere of serene to accompany your cousin and to discover new shores is not one that can be refused. So we're dipping sort of like a plague, looking for new lands. The Princess de Sarde is the sister of the Prince de Orsay and your mother. She has always shown you a lot of tenderness, which is not common among the congregation nobility. She unfortunately came down with the malachor some time ago and has been living in isolation since then. Her suffering and appearance preventing her from maintaining her role of court. Although she may be very sorry to see you leave serene and be far from her, she prefers her only child to visit more welcoming shores and seek a cure for her people rather than stay by her side waiting for her death. Okay. So it's kind of like another plague game in a way. You have known Mr. Del Concilion for years. This very cultivated man has taught you and your cousin Constantine history, the workings of politics, and the subtleties of diplomacy. You do not know if your uncle has sent him to you in the hope that he will keep an eye on you, or if he wanted to come himself driven by the affection he has for you and his ever-lingering curiosity. After all, you've been hearing for years about his fascinating island and the mysteries it contains, which he hopes to shed some light on. Coinsguard. Kurt. You've known Kurt for many years. When he became yours and Constantine's weapons master, his childhood was tough, and he had a weapon in his hand as soon as he was old enough to hold one. Although he has obviously suffered from it, he does not seem bitter, just a little cynical, and he shows you and your cousin an almost brotherly protective affection. Alright. On the continent of Kikane. Sarde is the biggest city of the merchant congregation and one of the most important ports on the continent. It is a very old city that sea trade has long made rich, but is also the ultimate diplomatic city. Thanks to the neutrality of the congregation, you can find everything you can imagine here. People from all over the world come together, and market are full of the most exotic goods. For only a century, serene splendor radiated, attracting the best artists and philosophers of all time, despite the appearance of Malachor. But since a little over 20 years, the deterioration of the congregation's relations with the Nauts and an aggravated epidemic have drastically reduced its prestige and population. Today, Sarde is a city that barely survives by clinging desperately to its past splendor. Oh, crap. So, big trade city. You're like a prince, or I don't know. There's a hierarchy here. So like you're a lord, but like you're still like a slave to somebody. And we're venturing out. Oh shit. What kind of shit is that? I'm out.
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look,
Should have just skipped
we can
it.
see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. You think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Sure, probably like killed them. I don't know why I ran away. Is there anything over here?
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
So yeah, we are related to royalty. From what I can tell right now. Alright, since they're so easy to kill, I'm just gonna go over here and murder these guys. Oh, nice. Nice. Come up.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Whatever he felt lonely.
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Tell him that you thought you were keeping him good company for all these years.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
Oh, are we gay now?
I must leave you.
So, were we just hitting on our friend here? Or what just happened? I mean, it's all good if you're gay. I'm just wondering what the fuck just happened. I just hit on my friend, I think. Alright, so... Alright, so it just makes sense to keep the hammer instead of using the Morning Star, because it breaks armor better. This is the quest I'm on right now. Oh, okay, I had some other stuff over here. Gotta get used to this. Traveling suit, armor 24, balance 30. Ooh, old leather cape. Let's do that. And I found some gloves. Old reinforced gloves. Ooh, alright. Just because I decided to go down to the right there. Oh, you can upgrade your team too. I could take his armor. What? I'm about to leave homeboy with his stuff. I'm not gonna rob him for his stuff. That's savage. That's a good sword though, man. Why can't I use this? Because it's a two-hander, huh? Can I unequip this? Alright, hold on. Let me try. I'm gonna take his sword, man. I'm about to take his sword. Oh, I can't use it. Alright, because I need a skill. Homeboy got lucky. I was about to rob him for his sword. Notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about your departure. Notify Thelium Ambassador about your departure. So we gotta basically tell the whole world we're dipping. At the whole world. Alright, let's go. Now I look like a cowboy.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. Have a nice day, sire. The Malachor is slow.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Nobody wants to talk to me. I was messed up. Somebody came in while I was getting painted and called, like, I called in Master. So I wonder who that dude is. If everybody else calls me Sire and Lord. We know we're a relative of the Prince. Maybe his cousin. Ooh, my bad there. You can access the map of the regions. I'll check that out later.
I believe I've seen you at the palace.
Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Why, yes I am. That one guy you seen, that's me. Gold coin, alchemical preparation of elemental damage, and obsidian. Oh, we'll take it all. Don't even know what I need it for. Will we take it? Oh, more people to fight? Oh shoot. Oh shit. What happened there? Bro, I mad suck this game.
To my help, and death to the others!
This fool fucking. Shit, I should have probably put this game in normal.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor. Have a nice day, sire.
To my help, and death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing here then. Even though we could stealth attack. Alright. Oh, that's why I died earlier. No idea what I'm doing. Just venturing out, doing whatever's. Finding stuff, apparently. What did I find? Hell yeah. Old rusted saber. Okay, never mind. I already have one of those. I need a skill. Okay. Next one. These root berries were picked from hawthorn bushes. Ingredients used mainly in science to create healing potions and resuscitation powders. These berries are found across all areas of the island. Resin taken from pines. Ingredient used in science to prepare most alchemical preparations. This ingredient is found mainly in these regions: Vedra, the Redwoods; Masgarva, the Vale of the Great Battle; Winshaw Canal, the Singing Waters; and Frosonade? I don't know. The Ancient Woods. Alright.
Sire, I'm sorry.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
The merchant is there. There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
I believe I've seen you at the palace.
Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sarde, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Ask about the Bridge Alliance, her relationship with the congregation of the merchants.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tirfredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island, an enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Sarde, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration.
You guys
Each
like these
day,
camera angles?
we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sarde.
I go back to making his shit. Alright, now let's go talk to the guy.
Hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Get out the way.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sarde, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
All right, there's a lot.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure.
Thélème.
As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
A lot of politics here.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
All right.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sarde.
So, like, these people like magic and they like science, I guess. Maybe. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to get out of it.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Ask about other merchants.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sarde, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo!
Sick.
The quartermaster must be expecting us.
There's a few things over here first. There's another merchant. Probably should have went into that house. The Fontaine family house? Oh,
to my
shit.
help! And death to the others! To my help! And death to the others! Careful, Grim!
I am not doing that well in this game.
To my help! And death to the others! come to me. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little vial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file
What a scam
only
artist.
costs a few coins,
Fucking con
and
artist.
well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Have a nice day, sire.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Ask about the nasty side effects.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt.
Greetings. I hope your day will be better than mine.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think about it.
As you wish.
Steal.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you.
He's trying to loot the
Have
fucking
you seen
box.
anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Let's sell. Old receiver. Both of these. Let's sell this. Okay.
for your visit. See you soon.
Present myself to Captain Vasco. These are side quests. Do not feel like reading that. Alright, let's go do this side quest real quick.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
May the disease never have...
Sire, I must hurry.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time to... Soon I'll have enough money.
Have you finally made up?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy?
There are none.
I will think about it.
As you wish. But don't wait long. It won't last forever. To my help, and death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Green blood!
Alchemical research book. Oh, we got his antidote. Alright, so
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings. I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Can you get drunk?
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Teofredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
locked. I don't have the key. I don't have the key.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Sarde.
Ask about his career as a professor.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Arrest him? He was lying to people.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust. I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Gotta remember there's a chest back here for when my lockpicking skills are better.
Locked.
Sir de Sarde, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
This guy's like a... This guy's uptight. My character, he's like, nah, you're not gonna commit illegal shit on my watch.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sarde.
What does he say like that? Lord de Sarde.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tierfredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sarde.
Let's go.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Teofredi? Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Can't you make an exception?
No. Sorry, sir. Move along, please. Now.
Very well. I'm going.
You cannot pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Full green blood! You're wounded!
What? I was just trying to get to my quest.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sarde, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Whoa, that is a lot.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tier 4D?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Alright, so we have a number of side quests. I'm going to go ahead and save it here. Save again. Alright, so I guess the game so far is living up to its name. It seems like we have two parties. They both hate each other for political reasons. One trying to get richer than the other. And we're seeing it in a large scale, in as far as city to city, port to port, continent to continent, and we're seeing it within character to character. So now we have an ambassador having a personal issue with an ex-ambassador. At least that's what I think I understood. Or this dude was part of a congregation of alchemists and blah blah blah. Long story short, it's just politics. So game seems fun enough to continue. I'll probably be playing this one a little bit more than Mortar Shell. But as far as tonight, I'm a little bit beat. So for those who joined me, please drop a like or subscribe. Hit that thumbs up because it definitely helps this channel grow. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm not sure if the next one will be this game in particular, maybe Rocket League or Warzone, but I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Peace out. Good night, everybody. Veritas out.